I'm just gonna very quick. He does have some better equipment than what I've got. What do I have? I've got a whole bunch of these hunting trousers. Some better than what I got, some less so. Just gonna get rid of a couple of things. Now if I'm not mistaken, do I have a whole lot of monster bits? I got some. I got flowers for days.
It's interesting when you read about zoology and the animal psychology and benefits behind certain types of mating pair relationships and such, because there are some species of animal where it's one male striving for dominance, forcing out other males in a group, and then having multiple females. Then there's the ones that don't really have any organized group and they just have to meet by chance. There are ones that, like this griffin, form a lifelong bond and such. And how with each one, there's things to take into consideration regarding how the offspring are raised and such. Because with a lifelong mated pair, the male ensures that his offspring are his own, and it's a guaranteed partnership, which then allows them to tend to
take care
to offspring for longer periods of time. Let's see. The ones with the herd mentality, how you had the whole buck business back there with all of the females. That ensures that a single male is, quote unquote, the strongest, and he's able to propagate more of his own offspring amongst multiple females. But the problem with that is the females don't necessarily have true loyalty to him, and the instant a younger, more spry male is able to wrest control of the herd or the pack or the pride from him, then they just go to the new guy, pretty much. What else? It was interesting. Do you remember when we were watching that little documentary about the 3 varieties of lizards and how they were actually different colors and displayed different behaviors?
That was fun to listen to.
It was the, let's see, there's a species of lizard where there are blue males, yellow males, and red males. And I think the females are all, a brown, sandy color to blend into their environments. But I forget what it was precisely, but one of the males was the, beat out other males and take the females by force. One of the males was the variety that pretended to be female and would work his way under the nose of the red males so that he could, sort of slyly mate with some of the females when he wasn't looking. And then I think there was another male. I don't know if it was the blue ones, maybe it was blue, yellow. Yeah, I don't know. But then the last male, they lived outside of that system, and I think they did have the, one-on-one monogamous relationships. I think I'd have to look back at that. I just found it was really interesting that there were 3 varieties of males in this particular lizard group.
I don't really have a response other than I love that sort of thing, and I'm very glad I don't have to deal with any of it. Okay, time to go talk to Vesemir. I'm about as kitted out as I'm going to get with what I've currently got. Whiptails are singularly female. That's nature, you're weird.
Wait, what about whiptails?
There's apparently a race of lesbian lizards. Why not?
Oh,
yes.
Do they?
What is
okay.
it, Wolf?
Sorry.
I mean, there are also the
Got
frogs.
good news and bad news.
I'm
Good
sorry.
news first.
Sorry.
Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the griffin for him. What else could he want from two witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
So I was just randomly swimming earlier and found a plant that was not being picked up by my auto loot, so I swam down and
was
grabbed
that
it.
the buckthorn?
It was the buckthorn. So we should still be able to get to the herbalist,
Yeah.
but
What I was going to say too is that there are some species of, and I know what's amongst amphibians, but maybe fish and reptiles as well, where they can change their gender depending on what's required. That's how they explained you remember in Jurassic Park when they had intentionally made all of their dinosaurs female, but then oh no, some of them switched and became males, and that's how they're able to create offspring. And that's the whole life finds a way. But why don't we do more information about the griffin?
sure, we have to do either. Oh,
Uh-oh, did your controller bork?
yeah, need new batteries. There should be some next to you.
Okay, why don't you is there a way for you to use a PlayStation controller with this?
Not easily, because then I'd have to disconnect it from my PlayStation. Also, my PlayStation charging ports are bad.
We have 3 PlayStation controllers at this
Yeah,
point.
so the problem is the PlayStation controllers are charged via the top USB port, usually. And the problem is those get very loose over time, to the point where the cords won't actually stick in them anymore. There's a charger accessory thing that I could get that charges off the bottom port, which is a lot more stable, but that would cost money. Whereas rechargeable batteries work perfectly well, most of the time. And this way I don't have to cable in when my controller's dead, because
That's true.
actually just as inconvenient.
Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse.
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss, standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up?
I mean,
Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
we already established that he loves bathing, so
He's not a city boy, he's a bath boy.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
I thought it was a Witcher thing at first, but Vesemir doesn't look like he has the dark rings around his eyes.
Yeah.
You know how Geralt's eyes look like they're heavily cast in shadow, and he might even have dark eyeshadow going on?
Mm-hmm. Oops. That's my chicken.
I haven't seen the dark-eyed Witcher mode yet.
That's based on toxicity levels.
Oh. Interesting.
That's, at least I believe it is.
Goose.
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 Goose. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna go talk to the herbalist first, just because it should be open now. We should be able to go talk to her.
Hilarious. Every once in a while, we hear flocks of geese flying by because there's a bird sanctuary, and all the geese are like "Haw, haw, 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 haw," as they fly through the sky.
They're fun to listen to.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes we see them in the hundreds out on the water.
Yeah, we'll go walking and just so many geese. It's great. Sup?
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family and moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious. But who knows the truth?
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace. Yes?
Why did she just randomly give us money for asking about Claire? I guess she probably heard we put her to rest.
Maybe. I would have liked it if she did mention the Wraith.
Yeah.
Or if, oh, you know, I heard that the Wraith was Claire. But...
Griffin do that to her?
Selena. Yes. Attacked her at night. She was walking in the woods.
At night? Through the woods? In wartime?
Meeting a boy. The young, you know, do foolish things for love. Wounds are healing, but she will die. Blood's pooling in her skull. Nothing my brews can do to help.
Oh, is there any way we can try to help her? But if she is brain hemorrhaging...
Could try to help her with one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
Witcher's potions aren't for humans.
she'll die as it is.
Yes, a peaceful death soothed by your concoctions. If I give her Swallow and something goes wrong, the whole village will hear her screams.
I understand. Do as you will.
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
Okay, going to buy stuff from her real quick. There's like one or two things I need. Essence of water.
Would that come from, say, an elemental? Are there water elementals around here?
Maybe? I just know there's a... Here. I have no idea what this is used for. I want to make cats so we can see in the dark. But do we need water essence.
Wait, can you go back?
To this?
No, go back to the menu page.
This?
Yeah, look, Herbalist 7. She has essences of water.
Oh, that's her over there. I was looking at my own.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just noticed
Brain
that there were
farts.
7.
Holy crap, they're pricey.
We'll just get the 2 you want for the 1 potion.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, was not braining that as well as I could have been. Anyway, now we can see the dark.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there, how many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslath. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left.
Ooh, ouch.
Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word. Gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Farewell.
So, do you want to attempt to give the girl the swallow potion, or...
Time to find out
let
how
her
this
die?
works. Hey.
I'd like
For
like it if we could
blood
ask
pooling
her.
in her brain.
Oh, I see. We have to give it to her.
We have to go back to her.
Yes?
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn.
So we might not even find out what the outcome of this is.
Correct. But that's okay. Okay, so how far are we? Oh, pretty far.
Is that where the... Oh, that's where Vesemir is, awaiting the griffin.
Time to go fight a griffin. Ooh, this is good. This is good griffin fighting weather.
All the better. Griffin don't fly in the
A little wet.
Anyone want to go and jump in puddles?
Oh, that's a boy. I thought that was a drowner and I was about to go torch him. Just Geralt in his old age. Ah! Sets fire to children. Thought it was a drowner or necker. Ah!
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose 'em. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
I love birch trees.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
Hear that? It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait, take this.
Oh,
A
crossbow.
crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
My controller is vibrating unrelentingly. Bottom one.
How about that? Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
Oh, I know why. Is it the bees?
It's the bees!
The bees are making your...
It's the bees!
I just noticed that they were flitting all around their heads.
Watch out!
The bees were... They were setting
The
your...
bees were just going bananas.
During the cutscene.
Okay. I wish I knew my
The bees.
killer whales. Not that useful. White honey? No. Swallow.
So I wonder if you go to those birch trees after the battle, if the beehive is going to be right there. Can you imagine if they go there to wait for the griffin, and then they get assailed by bees?
It's about to dive!
Watch out. Are you going to use the crossbow?
Oh, right.
Yeah, there you go. Hit it in the head.
Come on! At them! Damn! It's fast!
fast and on fire.
Don't let it get away!
Music's pretty good. Oh, I see.
no. Is it running? Okay, well, fleeing, flying. There it goes.
Okay. I mean, plus
oh, it's
side
up by
is...
the windmill.
Slow now.
Yeah, we know where it is. We don't really have to use Witcher senses to spot this thing in the distance.
Take it easy.
Probably going to put the rest of the way. You don't want to take flight the instant you approach. Okay, he's gonna attack. Yep, there you go.
That's one way to dismount a horse.
Poor Roach gets eaten during the battle. Ugh.
Wait, I got it?
You did? I'm surprised. Is Vesemir finally here? Yep, there he is.
Vesemir! Vesemir!
Because I'm too old for this.
Bad time to just sit around and be like, I'm too old for this shit. Burn, baby, burn. Burn, baby, roast turkey.
Poor thing, only wanted to avenge its mate.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. Though you could stand to improve some things.
Like what?
For example,
Upward vertical strike. It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
It just pushes me out of the way. Alright, monster tongue, griffin egg, monster heart, some other things, and the trophy! Why does the male have an egg?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Looks like he really did take its head and it's strapped to the side of
The roach!
Roach.
go,
Rose.
go.
Roach, you got a face on your butt. Hope you don't mind.
Slower.
At least they modeled this so that it wasn't just going to be in your inventory.
I mean, it also can just be in my inventory, but yeah. I think the thing is, like, there's... I don't know if there's gameplay elements to it. I know people react...
To seeing it.
Where the hell?
Medallion's humming. Place of
Place of
power.
power.
It's gotta be.
Oh,
Well,
it's this one.
But yeah,
by the
we've already
crypt.
got it. Okay. GPS is being dumb. We're just warping. So you have to
Slower.
complete all the, I was not aware that Roach could jump. But I guess Roach can. Anyway, I don't think you have to complete all the side objectives or quests. We just did because why not?
More experience, more loot, helping people. Oh, or is this the grain?
this?
Oh no.
Right. You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
No, no, no! By the gods, no!
What's a knout? A lash is like a whip, right?
What?
No more Captain Nice Guy.
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Yeah, take it. We're getting it from the Nilfgaardians, right? Or is this... Some dialogue demand that you make quick decisions. Choose your reply before time runs out. So do you want to take this gold? Or... Because it's from the Nilfgaardians.
Money is for chumps.
Just leave him there with it. Don't want to accept his blood money.
By the way,
Oh, but they're lashing the guy. Ah. Do you hear that?
Please.
Come on, Encazel!
No more. Please, no more.
Stop!
so the answer is bullwhip.
Mercy. Please. Ah!
Much work to do here. Quite a lot.
No more. Please, no more.
That was only 15. They're still going.
Mercy. Please.
Be careful. Yeah, you're...
Don't be unreasonable.
Didn't realize that was theft. Oh.
Well, most of the...
Usually it has like a hand symbol. I was wrong. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Most of the time you've been looting places that are vacant.
Mm-hmm. It's just I've seen like a hand symbol above things that I can steal from. But I guess I was wrong. Not that it matters to me, like... I miss out on a little bit of loot compared to the amount that I'm just vacuuming up by existing. Yeah, not a biggie. What?
What was that snort?
I don't know.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Yeah, who are they?
Who are they?
Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took 'em down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
She was...
Leave me be!
Oh no.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
Don't let up! What the fuck? Witchcraft!
Right, there we go. Well, I guess I didn't need to do anything. Oh, they're just dead.
Yep.
I switched to fist so I could punch.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
Why was she still there? I thought she had gone off and it was the lady
See
that...
his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Oh. Yennefer?
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can't we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
Wonder what he offered you.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Weird sound effects. Can we turn those off too? We don't really need achievements, do we?
Yeah, I could probably turn them off. I just like that sound effect. It's just a bloop.
Blow.
Bloop.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
Ride now!
What's leading those frosts?
The Wild Hunt.
Oh. Yeah, the skeletal armored folk. Can she use some of her magic to hold them off? Oh, is this a writing segment? Are you gonna have to take control? Or is she gonna blast the bridge? Okay, great.
We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Gosh. At least they're clothed.
Every chapter of this game is just going to start with him in the bath, isn't it?
I hope not.
It must suffice.
Thinkamere cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Something wrong with my beard?
I believe in this game his beard grows naturally, like over time.
Huh.
I don't... If somebody wants to confirm this, I'd actually love to know the answer on that one.
Not that you have to refuse.
Yeah, the hair grows back, yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, so wait, both of these are yellow, so does that mean if we do the first one, are we going to cause a fuss? Or will we still get shaved?
I don't know, but I want the beard. He's got a nice beard.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Wait, he has lice in
Tilt
his
your
beard?
head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
Oh.
So...
Do we know what
I believe
quote-unquote
this
chose?
is decisions from Witcher 1 or 2.
Can you see who this Aryan
Yeah.
guy is?
Yeah, I was gonna Google that. Oh, whoops.
I don't think it's time sensitive.
No, it's not.
See, this kind of stuff makes me wish we had played Witcher 2. Was Witcher 2 really that unbearable to look at or play?
No.
Because I know that you showed me Witcher 1 and you said you weren't interested in playing it at all.
So the main beefs I have are they're both still kind of
do-
long games.
Do they all carry over decisions, or was it just 2 to 3?
I think it's just 2 to 3.
Ah, then I would have wanted to have played 2.
My main problem is just like Witcher 3 is indisputably the best of them. And I don't know.
I'd like to know the gravity of this choice. Who is Aryan? What did he do? Did he deserve to die? Is he the type that would be a terrible adversary if we did let him live? Would he have been grateful? Was he misunderstood? What's the situation with this Aryan guy? People are saying either decision doesn't really matter that much.
Honestly, let's go with Spared His Life.
Really? Who was he? What was he?
Aryan La Valette.
Well, what did he do?
Let's see. Initially appeared during the castle assault in the prologue. Geralt can kill him and his men. Duel him to the death, force him to surrender.
But what did he do?
He was just a dude. Like during the war. He was on the opposing side.
And who was he? Was he Nilfgaardian? Or was he someone else?
No, someone else. So this is between the Baroness someone or other and King Foltest.
Okay, so was this guy on the side of Foltest or
On
against
the other
Foltest?
side. Yeah.
Well, we like Foltest.
Geralt was helping Foltest, but this guy doesn't seem like a jerk. So let's go with Spared His Life. He escaped.
Okay.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Aryan escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the Blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
Okay. So this is how the game branches. Vernon Roche is a human, and Yorveth, it was Yorveth?
Is he an elf?
I believe, or maybe I'm getting that mixed. Let's see. But yeah, this one matters quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Vernon Roche. Yeah, Yorveth was the elf. Roche was the Temerian commander. Everybody is saying go Roche.
Why? Is because Vernon... Is Vernon a likable character?
Yeah.
Or is...
I remember him being a likable character. I remember Yorveth. Yorveth was kind of a dick.
Because usually in these things I favor the fantasy races like the elves and such, but... What's up?
I'm just trying to like
decide.
Read over.
So, can you tell me who they are and how this will impact this particular playthrough right now?
I don't actually know what it'll affect, but
people said that this decision matters.
It's a big decision because it's actually part of the reason why I didn't want to play Witcher 2 because the whole game branches.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I like that.
I know you like that sort of thing.
I love that when a narrative branches more heavily. The thing is, with games where there's choice, there's something called the illusion of choice, and it happens in a lot of choose-your-own-adventure books or games. It's everything loops back in on itself, and the choices that you made might only lead to some flavor text later on, but not actually change much of the story or the course of the narrative. So when you have something like that, where it can substantially change where the adventure takes you, that's impressive, because then they have to do that much more work to alter the course of the narrative throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, I just knew we only had enough time for one of the Witcher games before Cyberpunk comes out. I really do not want to play 2 CD Projekt Red games simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're long. There's just a lot.
Can you at least tell me what you've been reading about?
Okay, so, effectively, Yorvith is kind of a soulless asshole that just, like, leaves people to die, and is... So
How was he captured? And what is he to the elves, or to the world at large?
So, the, Yorvith is the leader, I think, of the Scoia'tael, or at least, like, a major leader of, which is the elven/non-human group. Which, like, from what little I've experienced...
Did we see Yorvith in the show?
Maybe. That might have been the same guy. I'm not entirely sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he just was awful to, like, everyone. His own people to everyone else. Very much, like, honestly, like a terrorist leader.
Yeah. And then who's Vernon Roche? He's a Temerian, right?
Yeah, he's a human.
But what faction is he from? Is he from Temeria?
Yeah, he's Temerian. So let's go with Vernon Roche. Roche unfortunately killed entire cultures of non-humans. Okay.
Yeah, it's... As I said before, it's definitely one of those things where I usually side with the non-humans in instances like this.
Apparently, Yorvith was cut from this game anyway. So...
He was cut from the game?
Yeah, he's just not in Witcher 3. Well then, let's just go with Roche. And not think about it too hard.
Oh.
I'd like to play Witcher 2 at some point. These games are long, and the DLCs are also very long, and I figured I'd just skip it. Because for the most part, I still don't think the plot from 2 is going to matter that much.
Okay.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roche, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
So... Yeah, I feel bad that this whole Roche situation that he does kill all the non-humans. So, save Triss or save Aeneas, does that mean that if you didn't rescue Triss, she would have died?
I'm not sure. God damn it. Why are there so many freaking ads on these websites? They straight up are layering multiple ads on top of each other, so to close one...
It's probably bad in mobile, especially.
Yeah, it's awful in mobile.
Because who is Aeneas?
The daughter of Foltest. One of the daughters of Foltest. But possibly not so legitimate.
And if you went to save Aeneas, would Triss have died? That's my only question.
Yeah, so Triss survives either way. Yeah, let's go with Aeneas. Because everybody's like, but Joe Karam route, and it's like, no.
Not the way I see it. I helped a friend rescue a child.
Anais was not just any child. She was a pawn in a game you did not understand. You and Roach did not rescue her at all. At most, you moved her from one edge of the board to the other, fanning the flames of conflict.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
So who's Seele?
Yep. More Googling.
Because you could say that she lived and escaped, or you can say she got what was coming for her.
Well, this is what she looks like, so...
Okay, she looks like an evil cultist,
She
but...
looks like What's-Her-Face from Power Rangers.
Rita Repulsa?
Yeah.
Okay, but what was she? And what was she doing?
She was a sorceress.
Okay.
Let's see.
And why would she have deserved this fate to be blown to bits? What did she do? Did she experiment on people?
She was a researcher. She wore a silver fox boa. I'm honestly trying to see. It doesn't seem like there's too much about her.
Well, so what was she doing to have potentially gotten his ire? Like, why she got what she was coming to her? What does that mean? I mean, really, it's does she live or does she die? And will that have positive or negative consequences? People are saying she's messed up. What else about her? I can't really see because I'm too far away.
Yeah, she's messed up. Let's let her live. It sounds more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Huh. So, wait, was she working for the Nilfgaardians and then they locked her in her dread machine? The megascope, whatever it was called?
Yeah.
This is why we should have played Witcher 2.
I'm just saying...
So now you can say...
Let's just leave everybody alive that we can. Oh, freaking this guy.
Who's Letho?
Letho is the King's Slayer. So Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, this assassin comes in and kills Foltest.
Did he kill
pretty sure.
Foltest?
He's the dude that kills Foltest and then frames you. He's a Witcher from the School of Viper. I say we leave him alive just because it's more interesting.
But what was this alliance that they're referring to?
Well, they had hired Letho to kill Foltest, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So
I suppose you can let him live. He might come to bite us in the butt later.
Yeah, we'll kill him.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the General to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the General's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.